Cassino is a town which is set on the southern edges of the province of Lazio in central Italy. It's almost halfway between Rome and Naples. Dramatically located in the mountains above the town, this beautiful abbey was the first monastery of the Benedictine order. It was established in 529 by St. Benedict himself, who is the patron saint of Europe and considered to be the founder of monasticism in the West. In the 1500 years since then, Monte Cassino Abbey has experienced more than its fair share of traumatic events. It was burnt down twice in the 200 years after its foundation, and then was rebuilt again in 949. During the 11th and 12th centuries, it became one of the most important religious buildings in Italy. It had one of the richest libraries in medieval Europe, and some of the oldest testimony of the Italian language comes from this period and were written in this monastery. This is how the interior looks today, very much like other religious buildings in Italy. However, at the end of the Second World War, it looked like this. In 1944, the Abbey was the site of one of the most tragic battles of the European theatre of war. The Allies mistakenly suspected that German troops were hiding inside the Abbey and heavily bombarded the monastery, which actually housed many civilians who had sought refuge inside the building. Tens of thousands of troops and hundreds of civilians were killed during this battle. The area is surrounded by military cemeteries, German, British and Polish. The area was further devastated by a malaria epidemic. After the war, rebuilding commenced, and over a 20-year period they managed to turn this into this. An absolutely miraculous achievement, I think. One of the artists commissioned at this time was Pietro Annigoni. He was best known for his portraits of Queen Elizabeth, and he worked very much in the style of the Renaissance artists, which was quite at odds with the styles that were prevalent in the middle of the 20th century. This is one of the paintings that he did for one of the frescoes in the Abbey, which I think has the modern and yet Renaissance look to it. Being perched so high on the mountain, the views from the Abbey are absolutely terrific. It is a bit of a trek to get up there, but it's well worth the effort. People travelling from Rome to Naples normally take the motorway, and so this part of Italy is somewhat neglected by tourists, which is not a bad thing, but it does make an excellent place to visit. Join me again to see where my mind wanderings take me to next.